it's over, it's over. I won't be pushed around. Move over, move over, move over. Get back or just get out. Set this pain up in flames. It's over, it's over, it's over. It's time to burn it down. This one goes to the Cassidy who break their backs, saving every day. All these things I can do without. Gonna burn it down, burn it down. Burn it down, burn it down.
It is game day once more, ladies and gentlemen, because this is UCW Inferno. My name is Max Thorne, the voice of UCW and your residential advocate for Busch Light behind the commentary table, and welcome back to UCW Inferno. Ladies and gentlemen, the tension in the air is thick tonight. Tension in the locker room are already at an all-time high, and I'm saying this as we are 3 episodes away from Civil War, and following the catastrophe that occurred last episode, all we can do is press on. Well, making his way to the ring right now to speak his mind is a man who is probably more pissed off than I was when the Buffalo Bills lost the AFC Championship game. The now former YouTube champion, Alexander Henry, placing the blame squarely at the feet of our corrupted, undisputed champion, Matthew Storm, as well as his faction in the Dark Presence. You can only know that Alexander Henry, smirking and all, he certainly has a lot to say. Can't exactly say I blame him, because even if you're blind, deaf, dumb, what have you, everyone here knows that the Dark Presence was responsible for allowing Ray Lethal to win the YouTube Championship and completely putting the kibosh on Alexander Henry's plans to accomplish the Lucky 7 rule. And Lord only knows what he's got on his mind.
5. That's how close I was. 5 defenses. 2 more, and the Lucky 7 rule would have been mine. 2 more, and I'd be staring down the undisputed champion. But instead, the lights went out. And when they came back on, I was laid out cold. And Ray Lethal was raising my title like he actually did something. He didn't beat me. He didn't survive me. He took advantage of a goddamn hit. And trust me, Ray, we'll deal with it. But not tonight. Dead Zone, Matthew Storm, I know what the hell that was. Because something worse than betrayal happened last week on Inferno. We all watched Matthew Storm, Dead Zone, David Blake, and DJ Black beat Jose Carter within an inch of his life. We saw Dead Zone choking out Brian the Brain, while Matthew threatened to end him like he was some kind of goddamn executioner, unless Jose signed DJ Black back to UCW. That wasn't a message. That was a fucking execution. Now, Jose Carter's out indefinitely. Brian the Brain has left the company he built from the ground up. And R-Dub, Rashad Wyatt, he's done. Retired after the ambush in Tokyo. 3 of the men who held this company together, 3 of these men who built UCW into what it is today, gone. Just like that. Because the Dark Presence wants to burn it all down and rebuild it in their image. But this place doesn't belong to you. You don't get to rewrite history just because you're too damn weak to build your own legacy anymore. I promise I will burn the Dark Presence down to ash, even if I have to do it alone.
Well, speaking of the Dark Presence, of course, who else but the softest motherfuckers in UCW? DJ Black and David Blake. God, I hate these 2 fucking pricks. And I know Alexander doesn't like him either.
God, you're exhausting. I mean, seriously. You, of all people, really think that you're going to be the one to rally the entire group to make Team UCW to take down the Dark Presence? I mean, seriously. Who wants to team with the likes of you? The man who just lost his YouTube Championship last episode. The guy who really thinks he's some sort of hero, that he's gonna band together the Avengers to take down Thanos and his army. Newsflash, kid. You, out of everybody on this godforsaken roster, are not gonna be the one to take down the Dark Presence. You couldn't even beat your pal Ray Lethal. What makes you, Alexander Henry, really think that you can take down the likes of the Sinner, David Blake, the Mike Messiah, DJ Black, and the Dark Prince, Matthew Storm?
Brian Carter's autocratic grip on this institution was suffocating. Jose's ineffectiveness was a significant liability for years. And I mean, it only increased when taking over for Grey Boy. RW's usefulness dissipated long ago. We simply accelerated the inevitable downfall of a corrupt entity, one that we tried to fix in the first place. This place was a ticking time bomb, Alex, especially under the authority of such manipulative and asinine half-wits. And you stand here making remarks about how you're gonna save the wreckage that they created in the first place. Sitting here masquerading as a pillar of strength and some good guy when you, all of these people, and everybody in the back knew that this is what was needed from the get. So DJ Matt and I mean, we decided to go for a permanent solution when we think that'll actually work. And Alexander, if you want to continue, you'll be next. Things come with consequences. Everybody reaps those consequences.
DJ, I'm honestly gonna pretend you're not even fucking there because you're not worth my time. So I'm gonna speak to you, David. David, you remember when this was all flipped? When you were the hero? When Brian the Brain, Jose Carter, Jacob Carter, and the whole Carter regime was using every shortcut, every cheap shot, every ounce of power to screw over the locker room and put himself on top? Who fought for that? You did. Matthew did. You were 2 of 4 men who bled to stop the Carter regime. But look at you now. You're aligned with a champion who's thrown all of his morals out the window and has become the biggest hypocrite in UCW history. You're aligned with a champion who threatens lives to get contracts signed. A silent monster who assaults people in the dark. And of all people, DJ fucking Black, the same guy who stabbed you in the back 7 years ago to join the same corrupt regime you once vowed to destroy. So tell me something. What does that make you now? Because from where I'm standing, you're not a cure. You're just a bootleg, a second-hand, gothic-ass Carter regime knockoff with a new coat of paint. So open your eyes, David. Realize what you have become. Because what you have become is what you vowed to destroy 7 years ago.
Alex, seriously, we're going down this path. You're going to bring up the past between David and I. You're going to try to drive a wedge between us. But guess what? Many have tried and many have failed. David and I have gotten over what happened 7 years ago. That was nothing personal. It was nothing but business. And now David has been awakened to what we really were trying to accomplish. After I was burned to the side, erased from the history of UCW, I really had time to sit back and think just exactly how fucked up the Carter regime was. it opened my eyes to this new reality, where UCW would go back to the days before any Carter had their hands on this place. Just look back at the first Genesis. Look back at the history that was able to be created without any Carter involved. Look at the championship history once Brian got in control. Then when Jose got in control, you will finally see that the Carters corrupted UCW. I didn't put those pieces of the puzzle together until after I was erased from here. Alexander Henry, you, sir, have to be the most pathetic superstar of them all on this UCW roster. You don't belong here, and as far as I'm concerned, you are nothing but a stepping stone to completing our plan. As a matter of fact, you're just in our way. And, remember that tag match that we were supposed to have later tonight? Yeah, about that. It looks like you're going in solo.
Wait, what? What the hell? Carter Young got his head put through a freaking window. And that better not be my car. Because if it is, I'm going to be pissed. And of course, as per usual, the antics of DJ Black and David Blake continue to hijack the entire show and bend the rules to their advantage. Because if Alexander Henry can't find a partner later tonight, he may just as well be going into that tag team match solo, ladies and gentlemen. As per usual, the Dark Presence running around here screwing everything up. Of course, as you can see it here, for later tonight, it was supposed to be Alexander Henry versus Carter Young going head-to-head against DJ and David. But of course, thanks to their attack, should Alexander not be able to find a partner in time, he will have to go into that match solo. Looking towards the rest of the card tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the war between the DXGS and the Supreme Society continues, as the known half of the tag team champions Brock Pierce goes head-to-head against Matt West, though this time, no interferences from either side. And then another tag team match, Vixen Odilia and a partner of her choosing will be going head-to-head against Angel Del Fuego and the debuting Kaida Mendez. The deranged alter ego of Sky Perez makes her debut as well here tonight. And then Ray Lethal's open challenge. Of course, after winning the YouTube Championship in such controversial fashion, he will be looking to prove here tonight that his win was not a fluke, and he looks to make a statement in the YouTube Championship division. Then the main event, ladies and gentlemen, the war for the Women's Championship continues. Cassidy Blank, Celeste Mota, and Heather Rae, all of them do battle for the title. 3 women will enter. Only one can walk out the champ. And then, of course, our opening contest here tonight, a #1 contenders match for the UCW Global Championship, actually. Big Time J, William Kennedy, Ace Watson, Brian Dimes, Jackie Blank, and the Assassin. 6 men enter. Only one is going to leave with the #1 contendership to face Tre Mercer. And on that note, I need to pour myself a drink. Well, of course, you have to raise one for the returning glam star, Jackie Blank. Of course, this young man, he has been battling for months on end to get him some of the Global Championship, and can tonight be his opportunity. And then, of course, making his way to the ring, making his debut for UCW is, according to what he said on social media, the last Brian in UCW, Brian Dimes. He's a very talented and a very dangerous young man, and he certainly is looking to make a statement here tonight to not only win his first ever match here in UCW, but he's also looking to get him some of the Global Championship. That is a nice looking t-shirt. Was it made with AI? And then, of course, the residential gangsta of the tag team division, the cold-blooded killer, the Assassin. Of course, after having making a very firm statement, actually, in his match last week, he looks to make another one here tonight to not only further rub some salt in the wound against the Supreme Society, but to also get him some of the singles gold here in UCW, possibly becoming a 2-division champion, more or less. Makes you wonder if the Assassin's got what it takes to not only defeat 5 other men, which he's more than certainly capable of doing, but can the one true veteran make a statement? And then, of course, someone else who's here to make a statement with a very firm return to UCW is Big Time Jay. Having rid himself of the shadow of Wayne Watson, having rid himself of the shadow of the Rebel Society, Big Time Jay is a new man, and he looks to get him some here tonight. I must say, it is good to see him again after so long, back and better than ever, and looking to make a statement. Of course, feeling that he is owed a shot at the Global Championship for essentially helping Coach in that match. It wasn't the proverbial death nail. And then, of course, making his debut here tonight, none other than Ace Watson. One of the most dangerous up-and-comers in this business, ladies and gentlemen. I've had the pleasure of calling several of his matches. With the Dream God making a very slow-paced walk to the ring. Obviously, taking his time and understanding the moments. You notice that a lot of the other men in this match, they were very fast-paced. They're very excited to get them some in the ring. At the end of the day, Ace taking his time, processing the moment, as any good warrior should. This young man is very dangerous and also exceptionally talented, as are the other men in this match. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you never know how the odds are going to stack up. And then, of course, the leader of the Supreme Society, and representing arguably one of probably the biggest mouthpiece right now in UCW, is William Kennedy. Obviously, Kennedy having arguably one of the best take no prisoners attitudes that I've ever seen as of late from a rising star in the business. He is looking to get him some here tonight and further cement the dominance of the Supreme Society. And now that I'm actually thinking about this, ladies and gentlemen, considering the fact that the DXGS and the Supreme Society are already at war, this is honestly an early example of what we might end up seeing depending on how the state of the tag team division goes. I can already see it. William Kennedy staring a hole right through the Assassin. Young man obviously looking to get him some gold here in UCW and get it quick. But to do that, though, he needs to beat 5 other men here tonight in order to cement his place as next in line against Tre Mercer. Taking in the crowd is William Kennedy, understanding the moment, of course, as Ace Watson was doing. This is going to be a rather interesting contest here tonight. Popped open a Coke and a Maker's Mark, and here we go. And this is already going pretty fast-paced already. You have to try to find a way to call it right down the middle to process all the action here. Of course, Jackie Blank going to work on Brian Dimes here. And now Ace Watson being the... Jesus! Ace Watson already flying all over the place, as is Big Time Jay going to work on the Assassin here. And, oh, good spear there from Kennedy. And they say in matches like these, chaos most certainly reigns supreme. Brian Dimes flying out of the back area there and clobbering William Kennedy. And Ace Watson already going to work on Jackie Blank there. Getting his ass basically ran into that man's face like a freaking proverbial bullet. And then now trying to send him over the top rope, and Jackie Blank is out of here. Ace Watson with the first elimination here tonight. Looking like the most dangerous man in the match so far is Jackie Blank trying to process what the heck just happened, but Choom, you just got eliminated. And of course now Brian Dimes and Big Time Jay going to work against each other. And Jay in the corner, and yep, here we go. Dimes is trying to find a way to get Jay out of this match here. Irish whipped up by Watson, and the Assassin going to work on Watson here, but Dimes might have him out. Jay's fighting to save his spot in this match. Looking possibly for the elevation here. No, here we go. Chaos already coming in. Assassin already sending him out, and look at this! Jumping up there, catching him with like a famous or curb stomp there. Preem moves from Ace Watson here as he's already got... Wait, what the hell? Kyrie Blackheart already freaking making the screwing over, making a move against the DXGS, and Assassin's pissed. He's already going after her. And if Assassin comes back with the head of Kyrie Blackheart, I would not be surprised. But gotta call this match again, ladies and gentlemen. Jay going to work, obviously, on Brian Dimes there, and Ace Watson with a good reverse tree of woe drop kick there to Kennedy. And now Jay with a good power slam. I'm going to say, when matches like these are running around in 5,000 different directions and you're the only man behind the desk, you got your hands full. But everybody in this match certainly has their hands full. Jay going to work now on Dimes and got him in position. And a good snap DDT there. And William Kennedy, lifting side slam to Watson and a moonsault. Dimes obviously doing the smart thing here, catching himself a bit of a breather here underneath the bottom rope, and big time Jay looking to get him some, possibly trying to eliminate William Kennedy here. If he eliminates Kennedy, that would be a very firm statement. Returning legend of UCW's glory days, trying to, spear. Definitely looking to get him some and hopefully win the opportunity here, but Watson has, and backflipping, going again, and he spears Dimes into the corner. 10 cents every time Brian Dimes gets clipped here, because he's been getting clipped a lot in this match. And of course now Watson looking for an elimination here as Kennedy and Jay going back and forth. And look at this, and oh my God, the strength of William Kennedy to send big time Jay over the top, and he's out of here. And almost eliminated himself there, but he took out Brian Dimes, basically skinning damn near skinning the cat, and William Kennedy made him pay for it as Watson was trying to get himself back up. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, William Kennedy is the new #1 contender for the Global Championship. Let's look at this replay there. Strength of Kennedy sending him over the top with a powerbomb. But Ace Watson got a little too big for his britches there and got sent over the top, could not get his position back, and William Kennedy made him pay for it. And as of now, ladies and gentlemen, advantage Supreme Society, because William Kennedy is the #1 contender. Very, very impressive win for Kennedy here tonight, further cementing his dominance here in UCW, because now he's going to be going head-to-head against the coach come Civil War. A very well dominant showing here tonight in this 6-man battle royal. But one has to remember, Coach ain't no slouch. And he is certainly, and look at this. Already a confrontation here. Ace staring a hole right through Kennedy, and Kennedy just further rubbing salt in the wound here. Obviously Ace, and wait! Come on! Sore loser here in Brian Dimes, attacking Ace Watson with his back turned. I guess the man may be a coward, and oh my God! Canadian Destroyer there from Brian Dimes onto the outside and just rubbing salt in the wound. Brian Dimes already proving to everybody here in UCW that he has no sympathy for anyone, and that he arguably is one of the biggest sore losers of the night already. And here we go. You already want a confrontation. You're gonna get it. Coach and William Kennedy. Jesus, the height difference. But Coach not bowing down to the leader of the Supreme Society. There is one thing that is for certain, ladies and gentlemen. These two are going to take each other to task.
I told you to be careful with Ray. A real friend wouldn't take advantage of their friend when they are down like that.
I don't know. He didn't know what was...
Come on, Alex. You and I both know that's complete bullshit.
Listen, I'm trying to focus on this whole Dark Presence situation, so are you in?
If I could be by your side, I would. But unfortunately, I'm stuck in Japan. So you have to do this one alone, man.
Fuck. Damn. No worries, man.
But if there's one thing I do know, is that if anyone can take down the Dark Presence, it's you, Alex. Be safe out there. Keep your head up.
Thanks, Taj. Talk to you later.
Were you just listening to my entire conversation? Yup.
That's good to know.
I would help you, Alex, but last time I was in the ring with Dead Zone, I low-key shit my pants. I believe in you too, Alex. You can do this, man.
Thanks? Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Oh, Chris Love, you freaking dumbass. Well, I mean, at least Chris Love is intelligent enough to know that the Dark Presence would basically chew him up and spit him out. Ugh, gross. However, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is the women's tag team match, and making her debut, the skater girl, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but the porn star, Kaida Mendez. Obviously, this young lady made an impact last episode of Inferno, making the save and coming in to protect Sky Perez when she was being attacked by her former friend, the damn Jezebel, in Vixen Odilia. And Kaida Mendez obviously looking to make an impact and already winning the hearts of several of the fans here in UCW tonight. I know there's the song Skater Boy, but come on, who doesn't love a skater girl? Am I right? She's certainly looking to make an impact here tonight. And of course, her partner is someone on the path of vengeance, and is certainly probably one of the more pissed off women in the UCW women's locker room as of late. The alter ego of Sky Perez, Angel Del Fuego. Obviously feeling the need to channel her inner lucha baddie here tonight to take the fight to a woman she once considered a friend, and of course her mystery partner. It is safe to say, ladies and gentlemen, that Sky Perez obviously made a statement in her match against the former women's champion Cindy Brooks. But channeling her alter ego, in my opinion, already goes to prove to you that the burns of what Vixen gave to her last episode, those scars may already be too deep. Perhaps then, ladies and gentlemen, maybe Vixen will be realizing come tonight that she bit off more than she could chew, especially going up against Sky's alter ego and Angel Del Fuego. But of course, maybe the wounds aren't too deep when you're the one who burned the bridge. The star child of UCW, and the woman who will be also be competing for the Diamonds Championship at Civil War. And in my opinion, the damn Jezebel, Vixen Odilia. Not one to be upstaged. Not one to be taken lightly. And of course, not one to be trifled with in this business. Vixen's viciousness certainly knows no bounds, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, commanding respect wherever she goes. And of course, bringing in the violence as well. You have to understand here, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, as I said last episode, there are no true friends in this business. Because at the end of the day, you always have to look out for yourself. And that is what Vixen is doing. Whether or not she gains respect from the fans or from the locker room, I can certainly tell that she doesn't give a damn. But who's her partner here tonight? Whoa! Man, you want to talk about bringing the heat for a match against not only her former friend and another woman who's debuting for UCW, but making her debut here tonight is Platinum. Good grief. 3 episodes away from Civil War, and we're already bringing in the big guns. The proverbial ghetto princess of Kaw is here in UCW, and she's already packing heat with the guns. Obviously, another dangerous up-and-comer here in the business, and one of the most dangerous women that I think I've ever seen as of late, even though I tend to probably say that a lot. Platinum, definitely getting pumped up here tonight, taking in the fire of the faithful here for UCW Inferno. while her choice of a tag team partner is something that I can respectfully disagree with, at the end of the day, you already know that Platinum is not going to take an opportunity like this and let it just fade away. Obviously, extremely pumped up here tonight. Can't exactly say I blame her. The ghetto princess, of course, carrying herself like a princess. And of course, the rather interesting outfit choice that I remember seeing from Terror in Tokyo. Obviously, got to raise my drinking respect. So many dangerous faces in this match, but only one team can get the proverbial dub and go into next week with the advantage. Starting off, of course, Kaida Mendez and Vixen. Here we go. And already going at it with the bitch slapping already. Handspring. Oh man, she missed. And Kaida going to the ropes. Big boots. Vixen already kind of getting a little too big for her britches there. And Kaida Mendez, I still can't believe she has that plastered all over her attire. Freaking porn star, come on. And well, I guess what do I know? But obviously, Kaida got a little too overconfident there, because Vixen now just wrenching on her arms. And obviously, Vixen is going to use this opportunity to take her time to isolate Mendez and try to stay away from the viciousness of Angel Del Fuego, and tagging in her partner Platinum. And now this is a chance for her to make a statement here tonight in the women's division. And look at this, good Russian leg sweep, and already going over the bend and laying down on her with some strikes. And here we go again, more vicious kicks right to the face of Mendez there. Obviously, this is Platinum's chance again, as I mentioned earlier, to prove how vicious she can be here in UCW. And Mendez already missing there with a strike. Kind of made her pay for it though, sending her to the ropes. And look at this, good lifting reverse DDT there from Platinum there. Strength of this woman is insane. And missing there with a knee drop, and Kaida Mendez making her pay for it. Good roundhouse strike and a good forearm, and Platinum is down. Obviously, the striking of Mendez is going to be her bread and butter, but she can't shadow box for too long. Going to the ropes, and a big knee. Actually like a big boot there. Camera angle is just blocking me there. And now what she got in mind, sending her to the ropes. Getting in the way of the referee. Kind of a bad misfire there, but obviously I can think she was possibly looking to tag in her partner. Looking for some tag team action, but instead barreling right into the referee, and then Platinum making her pay for it. Now tagging in Odilia. This is obviously going to be what Vixen wants. She obviously wants to keep Kaida away from Angel Del Fuego, and obviously you can see her. It's split like a leg drop there. Covered now by Vixen. What do we got? 1, 2, and only a 1 count actually. Obviously looking at the ref like what the hell, but she's going to the top rope. And Kaida, sending her over the edge and sending her to the outside and tagging in her partner. Smart move from Wade. Basement level suicide dive there, and damn the airtime on Angel Del Fuego. Obviously, she brought in this alter ego to lay down some vengeance on Vixen Odilia for her betrayal. And Vixen currently has no idea what planet she's on. Obviously that right cross from Mendez may have done more damage to Odilia, because now this match is all Angel Del Fuego here. And an Irish whip, sending her back into the ring, because obviously you can only win the match. And double knee tope atomico there right onto the back. And Jesus. Flexing the punches, but can't do that. Can't taunt Odilia. Cover now. 2 and a 2 count. Cannot get away with taunting for that long. Your nails may look good, but you cannot taunt your opponent in situations like these. Your DDT there. And now, worn down, she tags in Platinum. And now, look at this. Jesus, sending her over the top rope. Angel telegraphed that, and look at this. Kaida Mendez already going to work on Platinum here, and look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. And Vixen's hightailing it. Vixen is hightailing it. Angel Del Fuego running around all over your track. Oh! Bitch slapping the luchador. And now this is chaos. This is just absolute pandemonium here tonight. Mendez and Fuego being absolutely decimated by Platinum and Odilia, and the ref trying to get some order. This match is just no longer turning into what was originally a fair fight, and oh, here we go. They're back in, and now the carnage is continuing. Mendez going to work on Platinum, and Vixen being mauled by Angel Del Fuego here. The alter ego coming into play and absolutely laying into the... I can't even process my words here, ladies and gentlemen. This match is now turned into an utter clusterfuck.
Come on now.
And wait a minute.
That's not how we do things around here anymore. This is quite disappointing. I'm especially disappointed in both of you, Angel and Vixen. This is not an example we want to set for our first Diamonds champion. So since you girls want to fight so bad, you're now gonna have to put your Diamonds Championship match spot on the line.
Damn!
So on the next episode of UCW Inferno, we will have Angel Del Fuego versus Platinum and Vixen Odilia versus Kaida Mendez. The winners of said matches will head to Civil War, and that's when we will crown the first ever UCW Diamonds champion. And to make sure there's no craziness like tonight, if any of you decide to get involved in these matches, you will lose your spot. Good luck, ladies.
Alberto Diaz laying down the law. And Vixen and Platinum are looking at each other like, what the hell? At the end of the day, ladies, the law is restored in the land. And you gotta follow the rules. The state of the division is in turmoil, but only one can become the champ.
Bill, I've been looking for you.
Well, if it isn't Alexander Henry, to what do I owe this pleasure?
First, I wanted to ask what was that about Terror in Tokyo with Peligro? You know how much a mask means to a luchador in their tradition?
Have you not been watching the programming? Peligro didn't belong in UCW, and if that is what I had to do so that he could understand and leave, then so be it. I mean, why do you give a shit about that loser anyways?
I'm not gonna lie to you, but that was wrong, man.
But, is that what you came here for? To hope I grow a conscience and tell me what I'm doing is wrong?
No. I was looking for you because I needed a partner for tonight and maybe even take out the entire Dark Presence.
Well, you know, that's a big ask, Alex. And I mean, after you insulted me like that, I don't know if my heart would allow me to...
No worries, man.
No, wait, stop, wait. Any other time someone would talk to me like that, I'd knock their teeth down their throat. But I would appreciate getting my hands on DJ and David.
Great. So I'll see you out there?
See you out there, partner.
Well, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the King of Crime is going to be teaming with Alexander Henry in that tag team match later tonight? This is some fucking Freaky Friday horse shit. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have another one-on-one contest, and this is a match that has been brewing pretty much since the last episode. Matt West of the Supreme Society going to be going head-to-head against one half of the tag team champions, Brock Pierce. And obviously, as I mentioned during the opening of tonight, this is round 2 between the DXGS and the Supreme Society. And even more interesting are the rules that have been put in place. Both teams are banned from ringside. With that being said, of course, with this match, it will be one to prove who is the better of the teams. The better of the two here tonight. No outside interferences. No bullshit. And for Matt West, this is his opportunity to further cement his dominance, not just in UCW, but also in the tag team division as a whole. And obviously, you guys will recall on the last episode of Inferno, Assassin absolutely freaking brutalized Alex Hunter. And of course, that man probably is a vegetable right now as we speak. I've said it before that the Supreme Society takes no prisoners in this business. But at the end of the day now, what happened last episode matters not. Tonight, all that matters is what you can do with your fists and what you can do to further prove to not only yourself and your opponents, but also the remainder of the company. You have to prove that you can stand and bang with the best of them. Very slow-paced and very effective is Matt West. Obviously looking to not only avenge the chaos that occurred last episode, but to make a statement to the tag team champions that they ain't as tough as they think they are. Supreme Society tonight also holds the first proverbial victory of the night since William Kennedy won the Battle Royal for the Global Championship opportunity. Can the Society get another dub here tonight? So you gotta take another drink. They're going a little bit easy tonight because I'm worried the board's gonna yell at me. But I've been talking a little bit about gangsters a bunch as of late. And once more, is there a gangsta in the house? I think so. The other half of the DXGS and the other half of the current reigning tag team champions, Brock Pierce. Ever the flawless one, ever the brute force among the tag team division and among his team. You cannot deny the success that Pierce has had in this business without mentioning the fact that he arguably is one of the most dangerous men that I've ever seen in tag team wrestling. There's a reason that they call Brock the flawless one, because the man is just too damn good. His words, not mine, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, playing his hand in the beatdown of Alex Hunter from last episode. It's not only saving his partner, but completely laying down the law against the Supreme Society. Like I've said, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot deny the fact that the DXGS holds the proverbial edge, obviously because they took out one member of the society, but also the fact that Assassin, as far as I know, is probably still running around the arena trying to beat the hell out of Kyrie Blackheart. And considering the fact that I haven't seen Assassin in several minutes and not holding her head, well, I mean, that's either a good thing or a bad thing. You never know. The mind games, of course, of the Supreme Society against the DXGS, they have been working well. But at the end of the day, tonight, Brock Pierce can put an end to the mind games and get the DXGS back in the win column against the Society and further cement their place. UCW is indeed their gangsta's paradise ever since they won the tag team championships from the FCA at Terror in Tokyo. And you cannot deny not only their success, but also their skill. But it is now put up or shut up time for Matt West and for Brock Pierce, who will get the edge. Here we go. And here we go, already going at it with a collar and elbow tie-up. Obviously, Matt West looking to channel maybe some more of his inner wrestling background, but Pierce getting the edge here. Wrenching on the arm. And to wear away at him early on in this match, and the forearm there to the shoulder region. And Brock just proving why he is indeed the flawless one. Some phenomenal chain wrestling here from Pierce. And good shot to the stomach, obviously sensing a moment that if Matt West will ever gain an advantage here, he's just going to put a stop to it. Strength of Pierce. A battle of will between these two. Only one of them can win, of course. And, look at this. Matt West getting out of it, and he's got him in a headlock here. Some phenomenal chain wrestling going on here in the early goings. Obviously wrenching on the head of Pierce. He's absolutely turning on that thing like a tourniquet. Exchange. And he gets the upper hand there, tossing him to the side, and a drop kick right to the back of the head. And now, this match right now is going to be all Matt West so far, ladies and gentlemen. Early cover now to represent the society, and a kick out. Gonna have to do a lot more than that to put away Pierce, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go, back at it again with the chain wrestling. Obviously Pierce sending his man into the corner. And the ref getting in there. Obviously can't let him grapple for too long. And again, they're back at it. Certainly a battle of wills going on here and a true test of strength in the early goings. And look at this. West now has Pierce into the corner. And the ref now has to separate him. And obviously you gotta play a little dirty sometimes. Ref separating the two. And Brock Pierce just taking advantage and now measuring his man. Looking to now further wear away at Matt West. What's he got in mind here? Got him up. Good. Good double underhook suplex powerbomb there. Cover now and a 1. Can't deny the strength of Matt West, obviously. Both of these men are going to have to do a lot more than that to put each other away here tonight. And a good strike there into the corner. And here we go. Pierce channeling some of that boxing background. Strength of Pierce as he howls into the face of the challenger here. Good knee. And now another cover. Possibly for the win. And it is not enough. Only a 1 count. Obviously, as I said, Pierce obviously doing the smart thing here. Going for multiple covers to wear away at the strength and the stamina of West. And again, just brutalizing him in the corner with these shots. And now just choking on him with his boot. They have to choke him a little bit, I guess. Screaming in rage again is Pierce. This man's rage certainly playing a factor already into this match. Another good strike. And now what's he got in mind? Measuring him up for something. Looking for a suplex here. And West gets out of it. And tripping him down, targeting the back of the leg. Could be the momentum shift here. Hunter obviously has him. And sending him into the corner. And now going to the ropes. And a big forearm to the face of Pierce. Absolutely knocking him silly. And a big knee there. Cover now. Cover by West. 1, 2, and he kicks out. You'd think West probably thought he had the match won there. Vicious forearm to the face followed by that knee strike. Obviously, I'd be thinking that match is over too, but knocking him silly, you can't always get him. Moonsault right off of the middle rope. Possibly worried he's going to be taking a little bit too much of his time there, but I guess not. And now, looking to immobilizing the arm. Now it is Matt West's turn to wear away at Pierce. And here we go. He's setting him up for something. He's setting him up for the proverbial bullet. And missing there. And Pierce looks like he saw a ghost, like he just avoided a death trap. But he didn't avoid it there. At that point, he also just got West's boot in his face, missing the flying forearm, and now sending him back into the corner. Very back and forth exchange here between both of these men. Yep, counter there from Pierce. It's like neither man can gain a proper advantage. And obviously, this is exactly the kind of match that you would want from these two, because we're at no interferences. Hopefully, I didn't jinx it. And what does Pierce have in mind? Turnabout fall away slam there. Cover now by Pierce. 2. And he kicks out. They say the more times I try to think I can understand the strength of the flawless Brock Pierce, he continues to prove me wrong. Beautiful flipping fall away slam there right off of the top rope. That's the kind of stuff that you can't make up, ladies and gentlemen. And now what's he got in mind? Looking for a camel clutch. West sensing the moment and getting out of it. Damage, obviously. Good forearm. And now looking for the rebound. Looking for the rebound here. Going to the ropes. Dialing him up. Good forearm. And here we go. He missed the bulldog. Pierce obviously was able to get his bearings straight there and avoid possibly a comeback. Exactly the kind of moment that Brock wants. And missed an elbow shot. No, here we go. Good clothesline there. Brock Pierce obviously taking no prisoners right now. Measuring his man. Good axe handle hit. And oh, nice drop kick. Combinations of Pierce laying the work here. And now what's he got in mind? Going to the middle rope himself. Setting him up. And oh, missed a shoulder block. Big man tried getting a little too big for his britches there, and he paid for it. And making West pay, actually. Almost called him Alex Hunter there for a second. Making West pay there with a headbutt. And now, Brock screaming in rage once more. Looking to possibly look for the proverbial death nail to end this match. And here we go. Irish whip. And oh, wait, what the hell? Who the... That's Nick Is that Nick Santana? That's gotta be Nick Santana. What the hell is he doing out here? Because he just caught Pierce's leg. And now, oh, come on. Looking for the death nail. Oh, the knee trembler from Matt West. Cover, 2, and 3. You gotta be freaking kidding me. The freaking Supreme Society sneaks a victory here tonight thanks to the efforts of Nick Santana. But why is he here? Why is he helping the Supreme Society? And obviously West, understanding the moment, basking in the booze. This is, oh, come on. Santana, god damn it. You're better than this, and yet what the, oh my god, what the hell are you doing? Targeting the leg of Pierce. And now just shoving the ref out of the way. Nick Santana, come on. Probably just shattered Pierce's leg. And it seems as though, ladies and gentlemen, that the Supreme Society found a way to bend the rules. And they possibly have a new member. Oh yeah, and they do. Nick Santana revealing the wristband. The newest member of the society. And of course, Assassin, I don't know where the hell he is. He's got to be out here helping his partner and all. Come on. Back suplex, dropping the back of his head on top of the chair. And now this time, advantage Supreme Society with Nick Santana in their ranks. Who can stop the Supreme Society? The DXGS have their hands full. This has already been one of those shows, ladies and gentlemen, where you think you have an idea of what's going to happen, and then the tables just get completely flipped. But then again, what the hell do I know, right? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is a new day for the YouTube Championship Open Challenge. The new UCW YouTube Champion, Ray Lethal. And this, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be his first defense of the title. Ray has been under a lot of scrutiny as of late, ever since he won the title. Obviously taking criticism from all sides, considering that he took advantage of a distraction thanks to the Dark Presence and won the title by pinning his friend in Alexander Henry. But Ray Lethal obviously not letting those talks bother him tonight. Matter of fact, I don't think he's been letting any of it bother him. Coming in here looking to take care of business and to prove to everyone here in UCW that his win over Henry was not a fluke thanks to the Dark Presence, but rather the beginning of a movement. And it is understandable to believe that Ray Lethal has wanted himself a piece of the YouTube Championship pie ever since the events of Bash at the Beach. It is understandable to understand his rage, but at the end of the day, circumstances be damned, of course. Ray Lethal is the champ. And of course, now, this will be, as I mentioned earlier, this will be his first defense to accomplish the Lucky 7 rule. Should Ray Lethal have 7 successful title defenses, he will have an opportunity to either vacate the YouTube Championship and challenge for the Undisputed Championship, or he can keep the title and keep defending it, but the rule resets if he chooses to. And who is his opponent here tonight? Wait a minute. I think I know who this is. Indeed it is. Bruno Mac. One of the biggest powerhouses right now on the scene. The bear of professional wrestling, and the founder, actually, of Red Gem Wrestling. This guy is a freaking tank. And the crowd here certainly pumped up for this. They cannot believe that the bear of professional wrestling is here in UCW. I must say, this is actually going to be my first time calling one of Bruno's matches here tonight. Pleasure and an honor, sir. I raise my drink to you. Obviously, the man is a founder, holding portions of the business in the palm of his hand. And just the way he carries himself already is interesting. Taking in the moment, of course, but also with a rather stoic demeanor. There's a reason then, I guess, why they call this man the Bear. Insane, ladies and gentlemen. Bruno Mac making his debut here in UCW and looking to win him the UCW YouTube Championship. A battle of the big men here tonight. Ray Lethal in his first defense. Jesus Christopher. Ray Lethal's already got his hands full, because he's got to go up against this guy. This guy is freaking jacked. Guy could probably snap me in half, put me back together, and then probably rip my head clean off my shoulders again if he wanted to. But that is what they are vying for, ladies and gentlemen. Ray Lethal, Bruno Mac, for the YouTube Championship. Who will be the one to gain the edge here tonight? Let's go! And the Bear already looking to lay in some offense. Good counter there. Already a back and forth exchange here between both of these men. And Bruno looking for the collar and elbow tie-up, and there you go. He's already got Ray on the ropes. Already has Lethal on the ropes. There is a high... Oh! Ray Lethal already fighting dirty, and the ref separated him, and Bruno made him pay for it with a big boot. There may be a potential strength difference here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as Bruno Mac, at least to my eye, he appears to be the bigger of these two. They're just absolutely laying in the frickin' Ray Lethal here. Gotta say, to call one of Bruno's matches is honestly a pleasure, and oh my god, deep six! How strong of a man do you have to be to frickin' pick up Ray Lethal like this? And oh! Good deadlift, gut-wrench powerbomb there. Utter strength of the Bear. And now, boom! Bull charging there, and he missed with the double knees in the corner. And Lethal with a clothesline. And now it is the champ's turn to lay in some offense here. Now sending the Bear outside. Lethal, of course, yeah, he may be all smiles now, but I think I can see him wincing a little bit there, realizing he has a pretty tall task ahead of him going up against Bruno Mac. And both of these men eyeing each other down, Ray taunting him, and I bring it on. And here we go. Ray Lethal already laying into him with some strikes. An Irish whip. Uh-oh, counter there from Mac. Get your English right, Max, you dumbass. And look at this. Oh! Jumping off the bottom rope and kicking Lethal to the outside. A little agile this guy is. And Ray Lethal, as Bruno Mac takes in the crowd, he's just realizing, all right, what the heck am I going to have to... Oh! What the heck am I going to have to do? But he missed there with a rebound lariat, and Lethal ready to make him pay for it. Oh! Rolling Thunder heel kick into the corner. Knocking Bruno Mac silly, and here we go. Looking go up, and the big splash. Big move there. Oh, he's already tuning him up again. Already got the stereo, and another one. Looking now to wear away at the midsection of Bruno Mac. Trifecta. Cover now by the champ to retain the title, and a 1 count. 3 of the signature splashes from Ray Lethal, and that was only enough to get a 1 count on Bruno Mac. This goes to show you that this man certainly ain't no slouch, and he is going to have his hands full trying to beat this guy. Good pop-up punch there, though. And now what's Ray Lethal got in mind here? Looking to pick him up. Oh, he's got him in powerful position there for a pile driver. Bruno obviously getting to his feet, but he's realizing that he is being absolutely beaten to holy hell, and now what's Ray Lethal doing? He's most certainly looking for something dangerous. I know that look. The hell? Oh my God. What's he going? No. He's going for the power bomb onto the apron. And I think the back of his head bounced off the post. And speaking of the damn post, Ray Lethal taking advantage and knocking the bear silly. When you're going up against the proverbial Grizzly in the match, wait, what the hell? He freaking got up. How the hell did Bruno Mac take a powerbomb onto the apron, clipping the back of his head probably onto the post, get thrown into the post, and now just going at Ray Lethal with some offense here? Alright, I'm gonna call it now. This guy is a freaking Grizzly. This is some insane shit. And, snake eyes right onto the top. And Bruno Mac looking to get him some big boots. And oh my God, he's going to the top. I guess bears can fly. Measuring his man. Looking to get a shot at the gold. Bruno Mac. Good senton there. And I must say, I am utterly impressed with the strength and the tenacity here of Bruno Mac on a claw slam. This guy came here to win, and he is making Ray Lethal look silly here tonight. We might actually have a chance here where the champ loses in his first offense, and damn! Reverse suplex there. Reverse DDT suplex there. Cover now. 2. And he kicks out. All right, let's actually take a look at this again so we can process the utter insanity of this. This guy can freaking fly. Huge ass seated senton, and then this. The reverse, like a reverse suplex here, and just boom! Utterly laying out Ray Lethal. But the strength of this man is insane. And even then, it was only enough to get a 2 count. Those things like that, ladies and gentlemen, you just can't make up. And look at this. Lethal, raking the eyes. Possibly was looking for a counter there, and look at this. Cover now, cover. 2. And look at this, reversing the position. Now cover of his own. 2. And Lethal now in position. Cover. And he just kicked out. And both of these guys realized that it was freaking stupid, but a spear there from the bear. Anything that Ray Lethal gives him, Bruno Mac is dishing it back out in equal measure. And now the big man looking to fly again. And here missing there with a senton. Got a little too big for his britches there. And now Lethal sending him into the corner. Phenomenal show of strength now from these two. And the strikes to the dome of Bruno. Crowd obviously counting along. How many strikes does Lethal have in his system? Obviously that was enough to send him down. And here we go. Going to the splash again. Ray Lethal not letting up an inch. Needs to realize that he has to do a hell of a lot more offense to put away Bruno Mac. If he's been kicking out of all of this, how much more can the man take? And oh my God, he's got a minute. Preem position, measuring his man, muscle buster. And now to the top rope is Lethal. Big guys are flying all over the place here tonight, and big splash there from Lethal. Covered by the champ for the win, 2, and a kick out from Mac. I already been asking this question. Good counter there, though. How much more offense can these guys take? And good running kick there, knocking down Ray Lethal. And Lethal currently immobilized on the mat. And we got a fight forever chant here, ladies and gentlemen. An absolutely glorious defense of the YouTube Championship. Ray Lethal ducking under, and missing there with a forearm. It's going to be a back and forth exchange, and he counters a back suplex there. This is the kind of match from these two giants that I can watch all day. And now what's Lethal going for here? Going to the top. Holy shit! Insane moonsault from the champ. 2, and he kicks out. Ray Lethal digging into his bag of tricks with a variant of the BME. How much more do you gotta do to put away Bruno Mac? I think Ray Lethal may be asking him that right now. So he got in mind, uh-oh, here we go. Here comes the exchange of punches in the matches that have made Ray famous. Who will get the edge here? And a shot there from Mac. Mac, I must say, is right now among the best to fight in these exchanges here. And another shot from Lethal. How many more can you do? Let's Ray Lethal gets one. And now another one from Bruno Mac. Who will be the one to gain the edge? Back and forth they go. And here we go. Here comes the barrage. Here comes the barrage. I don't even know who the hell got it. I think Bruno Mac was. Oh no! Bruno had the advantage and Ray poked him right in the eye, knocking him down there with a forearm. Always remember the fact that Ray Lethal, he can kick your ass, but sometimes he fights dirty. And obviously the crowd certainly displeased with Ray Lethal's blatant cheating. And now what's he doing? Oh, taking the turnbuckle pad off. And you know, this guy at this point, realizing that he has a true test ahead of him, he's going to do whatever he can to hold on to the YouTube Championship. Ray Lethal got in mind here. Obviously, he took off the turnbuckle pad, measuring his man. What does Ray Lethal have in store here? Oh, come on. No. Don't do it. Not on the oh my God, on the exposed brass. Knocking Bruno Mac silly, and here we go. Big boy bomb. And that could be all she wrote for the Bear. 2 and 3. Dirty tricks be damned. But the result remains the same. Ray Lethal wins his first ever title defense and makes an example out of Bruno Mac. Phenomenal showing from the Bear, ladies and gentlemen. I would honestly pay to see a rematch. Bro, I think that's what he's owed for Ray Lethal doing whatever he can to hold on to the title. But 1 down, 6 more to go for the Kaiju Killer. And the question now remains, who can stop Ray Lethal for his dominance as YouTube Champion? Only God knows, ladies and gentlemen, because this man, he certainly ain't looking to give that belt up anytime soon. So I guess now, ladies and gentlemen, looking forward towards next card for Inferno, because it most certainly will be interesting. We will be revealing a new signee to the company. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea what the DraftKings odds are, but we're probably going to end up finding out whenever the signee makes their debut. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, will perhaps be one of the strangest matches I've ever seen. Alexander Henry goes head-to-head with DJ Black and David Blake, with Bill Moriarty, of all people, as his partner. I'm already asking myself the question right now, how the hell are you going to be able to trust the King of Crime? But what do I know? I know Bill doesn't like me anyway. I don't either. I think he's a dick. But, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring is the former YouTube champion and a man, probably one of the only guys in the company right now to be willing to take the fight to the Dark Presence, is the Astral Assassin, Alexander Henry. Of course, this man, a legend in the business, a legend in UCW, having a glorious reign as YouTube champion cut short, all because he was one of the only ones in UCW, probably alongside several more who just haven't spoken up yet or I haven't seen it, speaking up against Matthew Storm's corrupted insanity, and as a result of that, he was punished in his match against Ray Lethal for the YouTube Championship, and as a result, he walks here with a partner that honestly is probably more despicable in some aspects, especially after what happened at Terror in Tokyo. But strange circumstances be damned as he raises his finger to the air and gives the gun. Alexander Henry looking to make a firm statement here tonight by not only defeating David Blake and DJ Black, but by doing it with a partner that you never expected him to have. And then, of course, making his way to the ring is UCW's most wanted. Probably literally and figuratively, considering what he did to Peligro. But at the end of the day, you cannot deny that he got results at Terror in Tokyo. Unmasking Peligro and, of course, revealing him to be Johnny Hazard. Man we have not seen in several weeks, actually. Bill, of course, has every reason to be confident in himself. And, you know, taking how he did it aside, you cannot deny that Bill Moriarty is one of the most talented superstars here in UCW. But he certainly is not here to make any friends. He is here to get him some glory and to get him some titles. And you know what? Even though he might not agree with Alexander Henry, even if he doesn't exactly agree with the antics of the Dark Presence, at the end of the day, I gotta give Bill this. He may be an ass, but he is at least fighting on the right side tonight. So for the first time in my career, I might actually be rooting on Bill as he goes up against David and DJ here with Alexander Henry. Stranger things have happened, of course, in this business. But this man, as talented as he is definitely dangerous. And the crowd just kind of trying to process it here. And making their way to the ring. Representing, of course, the Dark Presence. None other than David Blake and DJ Black. And of course, DJ Black being brought back into the company thanks to the efforts of Matthew Storm. And how does he pay Jose for letting him back into the company? By taking a freaking barbed wire baseball bat alongside his BFB in David Blake and Matthew Storm as well, and beating the tar out of the former owner. Of course, representing the lyrics of their most infamous theme song, Soft, by Motionless in White. You're mine, motherfucker. I mean, it is hard for me to be impartial to this. I cannot support anything that these guys do. I cannot support their antics, and I most certainly cannot condone what they did to Jose. And at the end of the day, I have to do my job, and I have to call this match. And I will do it openly with my middle fingers in the air to David Blake and DJ Black. Fuck you. What do we have here? Let's see how this will go. Alex will start, as will DJ, in his returning match for UCW under contract. Both of these men circling each other and eyeing down Moriarty, his DJ. How well can you see with that eye patch, schmuck? What we got here?
I don't want to waste my time with this little pipsqueak. I want king of crime. Give me Moriarty.
DJ already out here making demand. You dick. You absolute dick. Of freaking course. Bill Moriarty, when summoned by DJ Black, he turns his back on Alexander Henry. You can never trust a rat. And you certainly can never trust the king of crime. Oh! Never trust the king of crime and never turn your back towards the sinner because, of course, he's gonna cheat. And now this match is completely over. This wasn't even going to be a match in the first place. This was an utter hit piece thanks to the efforts of the Dark Presence here. And of course now Alexander Henry immobilized thanks in large part to David Blake with that chair shot. And DJ howling it up because of course he loves this shit. He loves this freaking clown. What's he got in mind here? Setting him up in prime position for his friend and oh my god, Midnight Massacre! Alexander Henry once again being the sacrificial lamb for the Dark Presence in front of the faithful here in UCW, and of course Bill turning his back. As usual, the asshole doing asshole things.
You asked for this, Alex. You put your nose in our business.
He was standing up for what's right, you dick. What are you gonna do? They've already made an example out of Alex. What more can you do? faithful obviously utterly disgusted with the antics of David and DJ, as they've been disgusted with them for months since they returned. What more can you do? Oh, come on. Oh my God. The tag team effort. Suplex onto the chair. It's open season now for David and DJ. Where are the officials? Oh, come on. No. Oh my God, the horror show. That's exactly what this is turning into. It is turning into a freaking horror show. We need somebody out here. We cannot allow this to happen. Unless the officials, forgot their balls, which I think they did, but what the hell? David. No. Don't do it, of course. Not the table. Not the table. Don't do it. Oh my God. Oh my God. The freaking strength. And once again, Alexander Henry, the proverbial sacrificial lamb for the dark presence. This is a disgrace. This is an absolute freaking disgrace. These two schmucks cannot be allowed to run around here and run wild attacking our superstars. Somebody needs to step up. Somebody needs to stop this. Ugh. I hate these two. I freaking hate them. And poor Alex is out like a light. Come on. Oh my good Lord.
Evening, Chooms. Did you miss me? I'm sure you did. After all, what kind of show is UCW if the Undisputed World Champion is suspended? At least that's the kind of show that you've been force-fed so far tonight. And it's the kind of show that the board wants you to watch. Pathetic corpos in suits who think they know what the public wants. How sad. How very sad indeed. Let's get one thing straight here. You think that just because Jose Carter divided his power up amongst you, that this gives you power over me? A group of fools who follow another fool. Let me tell you something now, Alberto Diaz. Since you thought it so wise to open your mouth and speak for the board, you, along with the board members, you ain't no Chooms of mine. This power that you think you hold over me is nothing more than an illusion. Non-existence. Nothing more than a simple flash in the wind. Just like your pathetic little message to address the sheep and feed them a sob story about Jose Carter, Brian the Brain, and maybe Skyler in some instances as well. Well then, back to more pressing matters. You take a look at what I accomplished last week, and you look at it in awe, or rather, what we accomplished. The ones who thought they had power, they have it no more. We in the dark presence, we did everything we wanted. UCW is now free of the Carter name. Our long-awaited vengeance against that wretched family came at last. Jose finally took his ball and he went home. And Brian faded away in shame. And Skyler, well, you all saw how she felt about it. And speaking of my old friend, the lovely Skyler Carter, you can clearly see that she is not here, possibly searching for meaning where there is none to be found. Obviously, she deserves some time to grieve, but we can only take so much crying. That being said, her services are no longer required. And that leaves me to you, Alexander Henry. You have not changed a bit, for better or for worse. You could have just focused on yourself after Terror in Tokyo, you know. Focused on defending your YouTube Championship. Focused on putting on great matches with someone like Comeback Kid X, who I hold deep respect for. Focused on going out like a champ. But no, you had to try and take a dive off of the kiddie table and step up to me when Jose got his teeth punched in at Terror in Tokyo. And you know what? You're right. If you can process this, Tune, Dead Zone did cost you the title last episode. But that was supposed to be the end of it. You lose your title because you opened your mouth, you fall back in line like everybody else. And since you still refuse to learn like you refused to learn for your entire career, but your tongue is not your friend, now here tonight, we had to make an example out of you. This is what happens when you refuse to shut your damn mouth. Plain and simple. So as you lie there, hopefully in as much pain as possible, I suggest you take this lesson, and for once in your life, Henry, you learn. Otherwise, I can make this as ugly as you want. You stay the hell out of my business. I stay out of yours. Okay? Fall in line, or don't. Be smart, Tune, and be afraid of the dark presence.
It is an absolute chore trying to listen to that man talk. I hate it. I hate it every time. I'd rather have a pair of headphones super glued to my ears playing Pink Pony Club, and that's objectively even worse. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is your main event for tonight for the UCW Women's Championship. And of the two challengers, making her way to the ring is the only other woman in this match to have held the Women's Championship before, the leader of Hell Hath No Fury, the seductress, Cassidy Blank. Consistently finding ways to bend the rules when she loses. Obviously remembering her time in the Carter family and under Brian the Brain, as well as being Jose Carter's ex-wife. Cassidy Blank not only chose door number 3, but she absolutely kicked it down with the clause in the title contract from Bash at the Beach that she could get an immediate rematch, and throwing this into the mix, having formed Hell Hath No Fury with Angel Nicole and Violet Edwards. She has all the cards in her favor essentially here tonight. And that's not to say, not to of course deny what she has done for UCW and for women's wrestling, but at the end of the day, her antics as of late have made her not only heavily despised in the locker room, but also despised by the fans. And if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot freaking stand her. But if there is someone who I can stand and actually enjoy watching, because not only is she talented, not only is she dangerous, not only is she extremely pretty, the leader of the Blood Parade and the Devil's favorite daughter, and arguably the favorite in this match, Heather Rae. Fangs and all, and blood all across her attire. Heather Rae has not fallen in line with Cassidy Blank's particular brand of ridiculousness. Because obviously, having been screwed over at Terror in Tokyo, due in large part because of Hell Hath No Fury, Heather Rae feels that she is not only owed another chance at the UCW Women's Championship, but she feels as though the title is hers and she hasn't even won the belt yet. And obviously the crowd enjoying them some of Heather Rae. This young lady is, like I've said it numerous times, she's the most dangerous wrestler in the business today. Dangerous than even some other male wrestlers, in my opinion. But she does indeed have a tall task tonight in this triple threat. Especially trying to go up against a champ who most certainly has her hands full. The queen of UCW's women's division and the proverbial queen of the business, none other than Celeste Mota. Having made a triumphant return going on 2 years ago now, and of course at Bash at the Beach, winning the title again, Celeste Mota has been on an absolute warpath as champion. And while in some ways you could say that she did survive at Terror in Tokyo thanks to the disqualification victory, at the end of the day, it is hard to deny Celeste's success in this business. But tonight, I already said it, ladies and gentlemen, she certainly has her hands full, because she is going up against Cassidy Blank, a woman that probably despises Celeste more than she hates herself, and, you know, vice versa, though I don't think Celeste hates herself. And, of course, Heather Rae, who is obviously eyeing down that title like it's lunch. 3 dangerous women. 3 of the most dangerous in the history of UCW. And yet now, only one woman can walk out the champion. Which of these women will it be? Let's find out. And here we go. Wait, what? Of course. Cassidy Blank walking out of the ring and wanting to just let the other 2 do the dirty work for her. Obviously, clearly not pleased. Oh, this is what happens when you try to isolate yourself. And when you create enemies in this business, you get hit in the face. You get circled by the proverbial lionesses in Celeste Mota and Heather Rae. And now she's hightailing it, going back into the ring. And she's still on the run. You wanted this match, you dumb broad. Why the hell are you trying to run? Trying to play it up for the fans here. At the end of the day, none of them are buying into it. And honestly, neither is... Oh, come on, look at this. Heather Rae taking advantage of the distraction. Got her in the crucifix. Cover 2 and a kick out. Obviously, Heather Rae understanding the assignment. Look at that. Pointing to her watch saying, 1 second. That's all I need. And now, of course, the rage of the champion coming into play here. Stomping away and a good knee there to the face of Heather Rae. And Cassidy Blank, all she can do is watch, cover, and breaking up the pin. Only a 1 there. And this is exactly the kind of situation that Cassidy wanted. She wanted this match all to herself, and she didn't even want to do any of the work. Typical. Of course, Celeste now out of the ring, and Heather going to work. Gets stomped there right onto the chest of Cass. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out. All that running. She already probably wore herself out a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. But Heather battling back against the champ here, and Cassidy again still standing around and watching. Not doing a damn thing in this match, and possibly breaking up whatever attempts that Heather had there. Now countering a chop. And Cassidy Blank going to work now, and oh, wait a minute, nope. Celeste caught her lacking, good neck breaker. Turning her up, and a good double underhook suplex. And now it's Heather's turn. The thing is with these triple threat matches, ladies and gentlemen, you always got to watch your back. Forearm to the back of the head there. And now look at this. Good twisting leg drag there. And slamming the leg down of Cass. And if anything, ladies and gentlemen, match like, barely missed that there. Good flying drop kick right to the face of Heather Rae. And now Heather already back to her feet, and now just rubbing the boot across the face of one of the challengers here. Oh, good strike. Obviously, Heather wisely, diverting her attention between both of her opponents here. You obviously got to not only watch your back, but you also have to focus on the enemy in front of you. And now what do we got here? Irish whip. And sending Heather into the corner, but Celeste dragging the hair and sending her across the ring. Missing there with a strike, and now looking to wear away at the body of Heather Rae. Obviously looking for something dangerous here. Variant of the unprettier there, and Cassidy taking advantage. Got her rolled up, got her to variant of the schoolboy. Not even a 1 count. Celeste wisely saw that and quickly got the heck out of dodge, and now running to the ropes. Big boot. And Heather now looking to get herself a bit of a breather here, and she's already looking for the hardware. But Russian leg sweep, and turning around, she got a proverbial bull. Damn! Missing with that kendo stick shot, and obviously flexing her hair a little bit. Nice enziguri there. And look at this again, once more, looking to take advantage of the situation. Covered by not even a 1 count there either. Obviously looking to take advantage, and now it's Cassidy got in mind. Single leg Boston Crab here, but Celeste just kicked up. Chaos already halfway through this match already, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know if we are halfway through the match. And now she got in mind here, looking for the damn! The speed of Cassidy Blank as Celeste was setting her up possibly for a reality check. Cassidy took advantage and absolutely just barreled right into Heather with a knee strike. And now here we go. Another knee to the face of Celeste. The crowd obviously disgusted with the advantage that Cassidy has had so far in this match. Been pretty back and forth, but the champ has been absolutely getting pummeled here. And now what she got in mind? Ooh! Turning around, dropping her there with a waist lift backbreaker. Strength of the seductress clearly knows no bounds. Must say, ladies and gentlemen, Cass, as much as I dislike Cass, she has been pretty smart throughout this match, isolating her opponents and dishing damage whenever she can. And here we go. She's got the kendo stick into the chest of Cassidy Blank. Heather Rae now hitting home runs onto the bodies of these two women. Covered now by Rae for the win, and she kicks out. Firm control, of course, but at the end of the day, she's, again, like I said, she watched her back, watched it wisely, and here we go, there's the knees. There are the knees. And here we go, another one. I think Cassidy's makeup might be running now thanks to that. Uh-oh, look at this. Oh! Absolutely, well, she definitely hit her with that kendo stick. Oh, kendo stick toss, and Heather making her pay for it there with the interceptor. Covered now by the challenger for the win, and breaking up the pin does Cassidy Blank. Let's say they're already sensing the moment that she was about to lose her other opportunity to win the title back, but now what she got in mind? Throwing Heather to the outside, and uh-oh, look at this. I don't even know what the heck this is. Variant of an octopus hold here, wrenching on the arms of Heather Rae and just turning her into a damn tourniquet, and vicious big boot to the face, and here, Celeste coming in from the back and out of nowhere there. It's certainly knocking Cassidy silly. Now both women getting up, but I don't think Heather knows what planet she's on. Celeste is on the top rope. Both women dazed. Oh man! Big time double clothesline from the champion. And as we've been saying for months, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this again. You never can count out the queen or her ingenuity. Celeste, and a vicious double clothesline to Heather and Cassidy. There is a reason why she is the champ. And of course, taking the dazed Heather, sending her back into the ring. And Heather already being worked away, and good flapjack flatliner there from Celeste, and here we go. She's tuning her up. Got her in the middle, preem position. There's the figure four. Already got Heather in the figure four here, and quickly already with the elevated position. Got her in the figure eight. Got her in the figure eight here, but I don't think she sees it. Cass coming in out of nowhere. Leg drop onto the face of Celeste Mota. Wisely sensing the moment that there could have been a moment where she tapped out, and she's laughing again. Because of course she is. And you don't laugh at the champ and get away with it. Got her in the middle now. And this is shades of Bash at the Beach all over again. Cassidy Blank might be seeing ghosts once she taps out. Seeing the proverb. Wait a minute. She's getting out of it. Actually getting out of it there. Wisely, and obviously having been too familiar with that submission hold, but what she got? Blank out! Good grief. Caught her lacking. 2. And whoa! Heather Rae already sensing the moment. Turnabout being fair play, sending Cass into the corner. And now here come the barrage of strikes. Back and forth these women have been with their submission attempts. Well, not only submission attempts, but also finisher attempts. Which of them will get the advantage to win this match? And here we go. Wait. Indeed, ladies and gents, this is awesome. And Heather sending her out. Heather sending her to the outside. And once more, in the middle. Here we go. Heather taking advantage of the moment, hitting her with a knee. And here we go. Big time knee strike. Hamagoye there from Heather Rae. And this now may be the Queen of the Blood Parade's chance to get her some of the glory here tonight. And Jesus Christ, the viciousness. Heather obviously having had enough of the antics of not only Cassidy, but also Celeste, believing that that title belongs to her. Can she prove it? Heather just absolutely playing up to the tune of her own band. Blood Parade! just like Terror in Tokyo. Cover for the win. 2 and oh, come on, god damn it. And of course, because it's a triple threat, there are no disqualifications here. Violet Edwards coming in here and absolutely ruining Heather Rae's party once again. Utterly disgraceful. Wait a minute, that's Angel Nicole. Yeah, she freaking changed her hair. It looks even worse. Utter bullshit. Crowd here is absolutely fuming. Heather Rae just being brutalized once again by Violet Edwards. And oh my god, Jesus Christopher! Steel steps right into the face of Heather Rae. And as per usual, because of the efforts of Hell Hath No Fury, they are doing anything they can to help their boss win the Women's Championship once more, and Celeste is being turned into a freaking punching bag by Angel Nicole. And now what she got in mind? What the hell is... Oh, Jesus Christ. This used to be Heather's thing. What the hell? Violet Edwards. Violet already thinking dangerously. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here we go. Jesus Christopher. You try to put her through a table, you end up getting put through the table yourself. Payback's a bitch, son. Look at this. The vicious double arm DDT sending Violet Edwards through the table and maybe giving her a much needed reality check. But Heather Rae is still down. The damage of putting people through tables is constantly wearing away at the other challenger here. And of course, Angel Nicole still wearing away. And uh-oh, wait a minute. Celeste fighting back. Celeste is fighting back. Looking for something here. Trying to get an edge in this. Oh! Get an edge in that confrontation. Twisting suplex neckbreaker there. I was going to say at this point now, Heather wisely. Yep. Oh, not Heather. Celeste tossing Angel right to the outside. But wait a minute. Cassidy Blank. Oh, jeez, with the chair. I've been saying it all match, ladies and gentlemen. You have to watch your back in situations like this. And again, Cassidy laughs. Cheating at every turn, and I'm already seeing it now. The bruised nose already playing a hand. And wait a minute, there's Cindy. She changed her hair. And looking at the woman that she has been targeting for months, but also the woman that she brought back into the company. Cindy here once more to restore. What? Cindy, she turned her back on the woman that she helped bring back into the company. She's helping Cassidy? The faraway look in the eyes of the steampunk princess says it all. What the hell happened to Cindy Brooks? And no, blank outs. Jesus Christopher. Not like this. Not like this. And 3. You have got to be freaking kidding me. Cindy Brooks turns her back on Celeste Mota and helps Cassidy Blank win title number 3 here in UCW. I am absolutely beside myself, ladies and gentlemen. A much darker version of Cindy Brooks has perhaps been unleashed. And she just helped Hell Hath No Fury get their hands on the Women's Championship. Damn it. Ugh.